In the 7th century AD, a new force arose in the Arabian Peninsula that would reach out to change the entire known world. Introduced by the Prophet Muhammad, the faith of Islam drew the people of Arabia together in the belief in one God. By the time the Prophet died in 632, Islam had spread across the entire Arabian Peninsula. Inspired and united by their vital new faith, these Muslims began to spread it to neighboring countries. In 5 years, the Arabs controlled Damascus. A year later, they had captured Jerusalem. Everywhere they went, they found oppressed and overtaxed people, eager for a better government and hungry for something to believe in. People who became enthusiastic new converts to the Arab cause. With all North Africa under Arab control, the Muslim forces stood just 13 miles across the water from Spain. In 711, General Tariq crossed the strait and landed on the rock that still bears his name, Jabal Tariq, or Gibraltar. Spain had become a province of the Caliphate. The Arabic name it was given was Al-Andalus. In 732, almost 100 years after the death of the Prophet Muhammad, an Arab army reached the city of Tours in France. The domain of the successors of the Prophet Muhammad had become a world empire extending from Europe to China. Contrary to the commonly held myth of the fanatical warrior of Islam, Arabs practiced a religious tolerance remarkable for any age. Christian and Jewish communities were left unmolested because in the eyes of the followers of the Quran, they, like themselves, were people of the book. To many historians, the Arab conquest was a great gift to Spain and to the world. It broke the power of the privileged groups, including the nobility and the clergy. It ameliorated the conditions of the lowest class and restored to the Christian landowner the property he was denied under the Visigoths. Education was based on the Holy Quran. Schools taught reading, writing, grammar, and poetry from its pages. The Arabic language was used throughout Spain and was a factor in holding the nation together. Most Christians were bilingual, speaking both Arabic and their native Romance language. Some of the rulers patronized learning. Al-Hakam, for example, granted generous scholarships and established 27 free schools in the capital. Under him, the University of Cordoba, founded by Caliph Abdul Rahman III, rose to a preeminent place among educational institutions. Al-Hakam was also a book lover. His agents searched the bookshops of Alexandria, Damascus, and Baghdad with a view to buying or copying manuscripts. His library is said to have numbered 400,000 titles. Muslim physicians were far ahead of those in the rest of Europe in medical knowledge. They regarded it as a science that could be advanced by observation, while their northern neighbors saw illness as the will of God and looked to magic and prayer for cures. Doctors in Arab Spain were licensed and had a code of conduct. There was a public hospital in every town. Arab astronomers perfected the astrolabe, an important measuring instrument used in astronomy and navigation. They measured the length of a terrestrial degree with the intent of determining the circumference and spherical nature of the Earth. In astrology, Ibn Mashar explains in a treatise the laws of tides in relation to the moon's rising and setting. Although it is now nearly 500 years since the Arabs left Spain, their enormous influence is incalculable. Spaniards today use some 4,000 words of Arabic origin in their daily conversation, and many other words have found their way into other European languages. The cry of Olé, for example, is derived directly from the Arabic Ya Allah, meaning for the sake of God. If you order coffee with sugar in a bar, you will be using Arabic words. Traffic is an Arabic word. Buy a gold ring and ask how many carats it is, and again you will be using an Arabic word. The check, a bill of exchange, also derives from the Arabic. Many common foods, rice, lemon, spinach, artichoke, apricot, were also introduced to Europe by the Arabs. The word makhazin, meaning a storehouse for goods and munitions in Arabic, became magazine in French and magazine in English. The faces of Spanish people today reflect their Arabic ancestry. Arab blood still runs in the veins of many Spaniards, especially in the south. But the greatest gift of the Arabs to modern Spain remains Alhambra, the jewel of the country. It has inspired travelers and poets for many centuries. Some writers call Alhambra the most marvelous building that exists in the world, and the most precious example of Arab art existing in Spain. This splendid palace has become a center for pilgrims from all over the world. In every language, visitors remark upon its beauty. For some, Alhambra has become an open-air university amphitheater in Muslim art studies, a living source of inspiration. This woman has still to learn, though, that writing in Arabic proceeds from right to left. For some others, Alhambra is a place where they can escape the pressures of a mechanized world, among the fountains and gardens. After so many years of absence, Arabs are once again returning, now as vacationers. They come to see the marvels their ancestors accomplished during their tenure of nearly 800 years.